All right, today has been a heavy day involving Myles Garrett, the star pass rusher from the Browns, who has requested a trade. And obviously, there's been a lot of talk around the San Francisco 49ers, and even more so now that Deommodore Lenoir is now openly recruiting Myles Garrett, not only on Twitter, but also on Instagram. He has doubled down on his efforts to bring the star edge rusher to the 49ers. Now let's talk about what he's posted to Twitter. So on Twitter he says, "What type of animal do you want to be? We got hyenas, bears, lions, and gorillas," and then tags Myles Garrett directly. So we have already seen him do this offseason with Max Crosby from the Raiders. So clearly, Deommodore Lenoir is absolutely open to the idea of adding additional edge help for the San Francisco 49ers. But like I said, he doubles down. He goes to Instagram, actually takes my post, reshares it to his story, and he says, "Let's get a ring," and he tags Myles Garrett again. So he doubles down on the recruitment of Myles Garrett. Now, there's been a lot of things circulating around this situation with the 49ers. You had Tim Kawakami, 49ers insider, talk about how he believes that John Lynch is absolutely going to be making calls in regards to potentially trying to trade for a star edge rusher. This is, I guess, is something that he had mentioned on his podcast earlier on. And as it stands right now, he's basically saying, well, I didn't really anticipate Myles Garrett being one of those people, but now that Myles Garrett has requested a trade, actually makes a lot of sense, right? You could totally picture John Lynch picking up the phone and seeing what it would take to get Myles Garrett. So not only is Deommodore Lenoir recruiting, not only would 49er fans love it, not only would Robert Saleh absolutely thrive with having bookends of Nick Bosa and Myles Garrett, but the potential that it could actually be something that isn't too far-fetched in regards to just the way everything is currently developing right now for the San Francisco 49ers. So, could it happen? It actually seems like it could. Will it happen? That's obviously a different conversation, and that is also something that will take a lot of back and forth. And what would that compensation look like? Would it be the 11th overall pick plus a player, or the 11th plus a day 2 and a day 3? Is it multiple ones? What would it take to get Myles Garrett on the San Francisco 49ers? I'm not sure, but hey, man, for what it's worth, I heard that the 49ers were calling on some big-time edge rushers last year. Yes, I know you guys saw my Brian Burns hype, but I did hear that the 49ers were calling in and checking on how much that price was going to be for the edge rushers. It sounded like they didn't want to pay what it was going to cost, and so they pivoted. But that was something that I heard behind the scenes last year. Now it sounds like, again, they could be going back to the well to go all in. And again, as you can see here on Radio Row, and the Radio Row will be in San Francisco next year. So I'm sure the 49ers would love the idea of being able to play in a Super Bowl, and trading for a player of Myles Garrett's caliber is a Super Bowl move. We know that they have the core. They have a lot of key players in place. They just need to supplement some certain spots, specifically on defense and specifically the defensive line. They need to get after it. And a move like this, of this caliber, whether it's Myles Garrett, whether it's a Max Crosby, whether it's someone else that we're not even thinking of, to go and trade and make a big move for a defensive player, maybe it's in the cards. Maybe the 49ers would rather have Myles Garrett than pick 11. And honestly, I would do it in a heartbeat. If that's all it took to get Myles Garrett, I would do it in an absolute heartbeat. So will the San Francisco 49ers, will that be something that they're interested in? I don't know, but Deommodore Lenoir looks like he's going full force into it, and I absolutely love it. But you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.